I quit social media cold turkey for 7 months. It changed my life. Here's how it all started. So, like most millennials, I was very tied to my phone. More specifically, tied to my social media accounts. What became part of my life was the inevitable subconscious comparison that you feel with the people who are demonstrating their highlights and showing you how they're living their best lives, and the influencers in their picture perfect lifestyles. It really gets you down in the dumps about yourself. That might be bad enough as it is, and for sure it's reason enough to distance yourself from social media. But on top of that, I was also realizing that I was spending my last waking moment of the day scrolling Instagram, and when I woke up, it was the first thing I would do. So I was literally bookending my day with these images that are making me feel bad. It was this last straw that just made me realize that no, I don't want this platform to be dictating the way I feel. So one day I just deleted all of my social media apps off of my phone. On top of that, I also went to my browser. I knew that I would have access to Facebook and Twitter on the browser, so I blocked my Facebook timeline. Because I do have some work-related responsibilities on social media, I did need access to different company pages. Well, immediately, the first thing I noticed was that I had this built-in habit. Taking my phone out at any moment of boredom, and my fingers would automatically navigate to the screen on my phone where those social media apps used to be. And then I would find myself kind of jolted that like, oh right, they're not there anymore. And this habit, it lasted for weeks. Craziest thing you notice is that when you don't have that distraction available, you realize how everyone else is doing it. So as soon as something gets difficult or boring, or it's too hard to make small talk, you can just fall back to that phone. And you really notice that when you don't have that opportunity. I had to relearn how to cultivate the art of small talk, which is crazy to think that we've lost that just because of phones and social media. The next thing I noticed was that I started to find replacements for one digital habit with another digital habit. I found myself sitting in a waiting room scrolling Pinterest. I do understand the irony. It is not lost on me. I didn't delete it off my phone because I never really considered it a social media. It was just a platform for pretty things, and I always thought, what's wrong with looking at pretty things? Once you realize that you don't have these fallback options, then you start developing new habits. Instead of scrolling my phone, I started reading a book before going to bed. And this is a habit that has stuck with me. So now I always really look forward to reading my book before going to bed. One unexpected side effect was I realized that I was missing out on some major life events that my friends were experiencing. For example, I realized that my friend who lives in a different country had a baby. That I realized I have to prioritize getting in touch with them directly and asking them, how are you? What's new with you? What's new in your life? Not only did that solve the problem of staying up to date with my friends' lives, but it really did forge stronger bonds with my friends because of this very deliberate contact that was having. So why did I stop? From the very beginning, my intention wasn't to fully quit. I thought really that it would probably just be a month or so, but I found that I really liked the way that it was making me feel, so I just let myself continue on it as long as I wanted to. During those 7 months, I was able to get some distance, gain perspective, develop a more healthy mindset around social media. And then after a while, which in this case was 7 months, I was able to re-enter that world with a more harmonized, chill perspective. I gained that realization that I don't need validation from others and from social media and from likes and comments to feel good about my own life, that my life does exist even if it's not on social. And just because it's not being demonstrated on social media doesn't mean that it didn't exist or that we can't enjoy those moments anymore. So, lessons learned. 1, quitting social media doesn't have to be an all or nothing game. You can take a step back. It doesn't have to be cold turkey, deleting all of your accounts. Try a day, a week, a month, longer, however much you feel is good for you. Second lesson was that you gain a lot of perspective, and it's very eye-opening. Most of all, it changes the way that you interact with the world afterwards. You can't go back when you realize the amount of discomfort that people around you feel because you are just tied to your phone all the time. You realize that it's really kind of creepy. And my third lesson and final lesson is that sharing on social media doesn't have to be about showing off. When I went back to Instagram after those 7 months and I was scrolling through all of my images, I felt a wave of happiness of remembering all these beautiful moments that had existed. I do want to continue creating that. So now when I do share, it's more of a reminder for me, kind of as a digital photo album of a place where I collect these lovely moments. So that's my story. I hope it was helpful to you. This was definitely one of the most life-changing things that I've tried to do so far and has had immeasurable positive consequences. So give it a try, let me know if you do, and good luck. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel below, and if you liked this video, give it a like because it helps us understand if it's worth making these videos for you. Bye.